Happy Monday, everybody. I'm just back with some more daily numerology. Today is March 27th, 2023. In our world, we have a 27 that reduces down to a 9. In our outer world, we have a 19 that reduces down to a 1. We've had this all month, right? The number and then the number that follows it right after, the reflection, right? So this is what I want to say. Firstly and foremost, I'm going to put some raw honesty out here. So, I'm in the process of my own situation. Okay. And I definitely 100% got my message yesterday, but I will tell you that I was caught up in a particular emotion, and it kind of didn't allow me to really see the message for what it was. I'm glad I took a picture of it because this morning I went back to reread it and I was like, wow, there it is. There it is. and it kind of let me change my perspective, especially over the emotion that I'm experiencing, which I'm allowing to flow out. I really, really am. I've just been, we all have our things, and I'm just going through some emotional sadness, and that's okay. And I'm glad I can feel it. I have good support around me, and I actually did a tarot card spread for myself, which really helped bring me super back into perspective about what's in front of me and what's going on, which then, I'm telling you this because at least it's about the energy today. And it helped flip where I was. And then with that, it encouraged and inspired me to make a step towards something that I needed to do anyway. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do this today. Yes, I'm going to do that today. One small step, but I'm going to do it today. And it's important that I do that. And then made the decision that the things that I'm working on going forward, each day I'm going to try to do one small thing, whatever it is. It's write an email, make a phone call, make a decision, whatever it is. Each day I'm going to try to do one small thing. It can just be the smallest thing, but it's just something, as a step towards going towards, a future goal, right? So that all came out of today. Before I did this, that all happened in today's energy. So with the energy of both the inner and the outer and the cards that came out, it's all in line with the whole situation that I went through this morning. I also, Nikki and I, we are each other's support as well. And she truly, as always, was able to put the perspective in a different way for me, which was super healing and super encouraging. So, I'm blessed. I'm blessed that, I have people around me that are able to actually help me see it from a different angle. So I'm grateful for that as well. Okay. So this 27-9. So our 9 is usually about completions, but in this 9 is actually about the birth of something. So it has the energy of a start of a new business, okay, under this 9. And I think that it has that energy because the 2 works through the 7, okay? And in this situation, I think that when the patience works through the seeking of the answers, when we're patient as we seek the answers, we get to a place of wisdom that helps us birth new ideas, helps us make decisions to create something new. Okay. But that's in the wisdom of this 9. That's what this is about. Yesterday, we got a message. Okay. And that message directly correlates with today of doing something new, because the birth of that idea is coming through the wisdom of you being patient with your answers coming. That's what this is about. Okay. It says that if this energy goes into a negative place, generally unhappy feelings will occur, which I will tell you is the truth. It's the idea of not being patient while we're trying to seek answers and pushing things in a way to get that answer when we should have been patient to get it. And then what results from that is unhappiness because we didn't get what we pushed for. So that's the idea of today's energy. But it's the idea of coming out from that message yesterday. That message helps today, like, birth through wisdom. Something birth, something. Like, I had a thing. I had an aha. I mean, I did my tarot, but I had an aha. And I birthed something. I wrote an email. I created something, you know, which came from my wisdom, from learning how to flip my perspective and using tools to help me flip it and reaching out to people to help me flip it. That's wisdom, right? And so that wisdom helps create a spark or birth of something new within the wisdom, okay? And then on the outside world, and we're coming to a close of this cycle currently as well, right? So if we look back on, you know, on what has happened in the past 9 days, right? 9, and what has occurred since last week, a lot has gone down. A lot. If you really take stock of this cycle, and so as we come to the end of this, again, this 27 at the end of this cycle is showing you that through the past week, through the patience of your seeking your answers, or your patience with your self-reflection as well, that through that, we come into a wisdom at the end of this cycle that helps birth something. And it also correlates with the Ace of Wands, which came up in my tarot reading today, which is a fire energy of things growing. Okay? And it's the idea of the spark of inspiration and creation. It's the fire of inspiration and creation. And that fire is our wisdom today. Okay? On the outside world, we have a 19. Now, the 19 is a 1. It's a new beginning. You know that idea. But it's reflecting back on you the idea that new beginnings come when we overcome our obstacles. That is what that's 19 is reflecting back on you, reminding you of that, reminding you that the obstacle here could be the patience. One step at a time. Like the 19-1 is reminding you that when you overcome that obstacle, it's worth waiting for that new beginning. That's what that 19 is reflecting back on you today in this 27-9. So within this 27 today, I'm going to actually, I have number cards, and I'm going to read it in a sentence. Okay? When we persevere, we are able to rebirth, come into relationship changes within ourselves and other people. I added that, which allows us to surrender to love. Let me say that again. Through perseverance, we are allowed to rebirth, which aids in relationship changes with ourselves and with others, and allows us to surrender to love. And when we're in love, we spark the birth of something in this energy today. And then the other thing that comes with this patience through seeking answers, patience through self-reflection, what comes with that? Abundance comes with that in a fresh new beginning on the outside. That's also reminding you when we overcome obstacles, we get new beginnings and new beginnings of abundance. Healing occurs when we overcome those obstacles. And to remember that we have divine guidance to overcome the hard things that we're in. That's also reflecting back and allowing you to have patience or see where you've gone over these 9 cycles, come into a place today of feeling that fire energy of inspiration and creation under this 27. Your wisdom comes from that divine guidance. Every time you follow the guidance, you become more wise. and to remember that your intentions fuel your karma as well. So intentions come out of that 19-1 as well, because it's overcoming obstacles. The intention to look at a situation, see what it's showing us, have an emotion, not sit in the emotion, and then learn from it. That intention is also on the 19-1, because that's overcoming the obstacle, allowing to start fresh and a new beginning. So we have this energy today of this. We use wisdom to create through our patience of seeking answers, and the reflection of the idea that when we overcome our obstacles, we get new beginnings of abundance and healing. Okay? And it's also a day to maybe do an Archangel Michael meditation. He came out in my angel cards. He's super protective. And he is somebody that you can do a guided meditation to. You can just set an intention at the beginning of the massage to connect with him. You can just speak to him. You can write to him. In this energy today, if that also, aids in you getting to creation and inspiration today, or if it aids in really coming through with that wisdom today and allowing something to birth at the end of this cycle, and then we step off again tomorrow. So our cycle continues, everybody. And just as the end of this, I just want to say something. So I have a very, very good friend of mine. She works at Rock and Smoke in Vernon, Connecticut. Her name is Amber. She runs it basically. And on April 15th, she's doing an event where she's celebrating 10 years of the business, celebrating their 10th year in business. And I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be doing some massage work. And we're also doing a 50-50 raffle my part of my massaging I will also give proceeds from whatever I make massaging into what we're doing a charity for. And what we're doing for charity is we're raising money to help cannabis medicinal patients either get their cards or help them get medication. I was in a situation this week which resulted in a family getting 100 grams of Rick Simpson oil for free because this woman's son had terminal cancer, and he was 7 years old, and they needed the medicine. And I was a part of the cog in the wheel. I was like just a bridge basically that helped get one to the other. And it was a beautiful thing to be a part of. And so me and Amber decided that we wanted to start a fundraiser to help these kind of situations going forward. It was, I think that, not just to get off the subject of numerology, but I think that cancer seems to be popping out of everywhere and every angle. And so I feel like, and cannabis is literally one of the medications on this earth that really helps and heals the most. I've seen Rick Simpson oil kill skin cancer. It took a longer period of time and daily dose, but it killed it. And I know the power that it yields. And I know the power it has to heal. And I know the power that it has to help, especially cancer patients and many other conditions under the medical cards. And maybe beyond that as well. But for those that need the medicinal, they need the quality of the medicinal, they need to know what's inside their medicinal, they need to know numbers. So it's best for them to have a med card because that information is vital to whatever they're battling or whatever health reason is happening. Just to go on a little soapbox of what's going on. So with all that being said, on April 15th, Rock and Smoke in Vernon, Connecticut, I'll be doing some massaging. We're doing a 50-50 raffle, and all proceeds are going to go to help medicinal patients of all kinds. So I just wanted to plug it, and that's all. That's all I have to say. All right. I hope you guys have an amazing Monday, and really, I hope your wisdom brings forth some inspiration, creativity that just helps fuel you into the beginning of the new cycle tomorrow. All right. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow.